Good day, folks. Good day. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome.
Look who here with me.
I feel like I got set up.
Problem children, problem people. Good to have you, Drita Finance,
So
here with
thank
me.
you,
Yours truly, Sherrod Duncan. Welcome to our podcast, Below the Belt. Who Vex Lows?
Sherrod.
We outside, folks. Good to have you. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button. Partner with us as well. We out here with a couple of things to talk about. Dollars and cents. Follow the money. They always say dollars and cents. Follow the
Can't go
money.
wrong, you can't go
We
wrong
just
if you're
can't.
not.
We just can't.
If you're following this money.
Nope. You gotta follow the money, folks.
If you
Happy
follow the
Monday.
PPP money, I don't know. If you follow the taxpayers' dollars, you'll be surprised where it goes.
Yep. Them boys larger than charge, living like some fat cats. The fat cats. Not against fat cats per se, but these. This sucky. Follow the money, folks. Follow the money. Welcome, Avril Goodman. We see you, Avril. Gwen Anderson Spurley. Good to have you, Sherry DeRetta. Blessings to all, Sherry DeRetta says. Many happy returns, Sherry. Many happy returns. Good to see you, Bridget Campbell. Lucy Wilberg. Glad to have you here. Good to have Candy Lynn Legit as well. Hello, Candy. Hello, Marky. Hello, Skeleton Cribbleton and all the kids. Hello to you folks as well. Magnell Barrow. Magnell say, day. Good to have you, Magnell Barrow, and all the other folks joining us. Claire Alexis Charmley Richmond. Paul Passad. Out here. Truly taking selfies in the studio. Brenda Braffett. Good to have you.
You know you don't get it right.
She does not let this light go to waste at all. And this glow, light and the glow. Brenda Braffett, good to see you. Good afternoon.
Dollars
Each
and
and
cents.
every one of you. Dollars and cents.
You can't let this.
No. It's not going to go waste. Not going to go waste. Now what you read here? Crickets. Yeah. Heather Milk.
Could you release a comment? Is that asking too much?
Release the Kraken. Story here now.
Yeah, when I saw release a dragon.
Release the same thing. Kraken, dragon, comments, same thing. Isabella Butters is here.
Hey, Candy.
Welcome, Isabella.
I miss you, Candy. Don Sullivan.
Yeah,
Gail
Candy's here.
Marlon King.
What's for lunch, folks? Do let us know. What's for lunch? We fast like that.
I think I'm gonna have lunch for dinner.
Is that kind of day?
That kind of economy.
Yeah.
I choose to skip lunch today.
Yeah, I used to fast on Monday. I haven't done it in a little bit, but I'm going back there.
Going back there.
You gotta drive out the strong man, Gotta drive it out. Lot of things to drive out in this country. Good to see you, Lorraine B. Good to have you here, Susan Kansas. Winston Henry, great to have you. Vanessa Braffett, Vanessa De Silva. Good to see you, Vanessa Beryl Crawford, Vanessa De Silva, Mark Gannett. Good to see you. All the other beautiful folks joining us today. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Share the live, smash that emoji button, and we indulge you to partner with us.
Could we give a shout out to the not so beautiful folks joining us this morning?
All
the miserable people as well.
Go right ahead. You having a day? Go right ahead.
We hope this program is going to bring you
problems at home, problems at the work, problems at the job. Good morning to you folks.
Mm-hmm.
You received a bit of bad news this morning. Good afternoon to you guys as well. Sending you some sunshine and some warm hugs.
Warm hugs.
Hug.
That's good. I like warm hugs.
We like warm hugs. All right.
Don't get it too often. You gotta like it.
All right. John, I hope you hear these allegations. Hope you hear these allegations, John. Thanks, Marlon King and Marlon Larimer. All the Marlins are on. The technicians are on duty. They said they hear us loud and clear.
Loud and clear. That's good to know.
John Sullivan says they're having red beans, cook-up, and sky juice. Wow. You got me the sky juice part. Carl Williams, everything else I'll take.
It's water, Sharon. It's water.
Gilali Car. Just say aqua.
H2O.
Same thing. Gavin Liverpool, Edward Brooms. Edward says he skipped lunch and trying to lose weight. It's Stewie, boy.
Boy, just join the line. Y'all gotta ask Irfan what's the secret.
Oh yeah. You gotta get some staples. Industrial strength. Right. You catch your stomach and you start plugging staples there. It's when the lockjaw gets shell.
Stop it.
They touching us in the lockjaw.
Oh my goodness.
Them rusty
I'm not gonna be
staple.
having you guys.
You catch some staple, you lock up the stomach, say, plax, plax.
I don't know what shirt is talking about. I
You
like
lock
that.
up the stomach.
I don't know what is going
One
on.
little Julie manga, you tie up.
Tie up. Oh,
Belly
goodness.
full. Beryl Bascom Greenwich out of
I don't know.
Barbados.
Oh, Beryl.
The cherry basket. Greenwich.
That's what you got me with. Like,
Sorry, cherry Bascom Greenwich.
I want to know what you're saying. You said it and then you were like, like what?
Yeah, fighting you on the
You
facts.
know, fighting me on the facts. You threw me off there a little bit.
Fighting you on the
Come on.
facts. Folks, in Georgetown, where we're broadcasting from the national capital city, it's 31 degrees outside. There's a 41% chance it's going to rain, Chirida. It's 31 degrees outside, but they're telling us here it feels like 37.
You know, how do you get to that? When you say what is the temperature, and then say, but this is what it feels like. You know,
Yeah.
so
Just to consider.
it is what it
In
is.
the beginning, God. Don't
It is.
pretend else.
Like if it's 37, it should feel like if it's 37 and it feels like 45. Therefore, it's 45.
Yeah.
Listen, this is not my area of expertise.
Too much of life
Just
is
allow
feeling.
me. Allow me right now. Come on.
It's 31 degrees. Let's take it.
Yeah.
In the national capital city, 31 degrees. How you folks doing out there? Let us know how you folks are doing. We want to know, we want to know, we want to know. Drew readers.
We're talking about dollars and cents.
Dollars and
How to
cents.
stretch your dollar.
Yeah.
I think we need more stretch your dollar stores opening in Guyana with this economy right now.
Yeah.
Stretch your dollar.
Economy is in free fall, and let's show you why. And I'm going to invite you to articulate some of this as well. Lots of these sectors are down, folks. Partner with us as well, folks, because our sector is down too. Our sector
That battery look low, Sharon.
Yeah, very low.
That's just 1%
Help
there.
us to recharge, folks.
That's 1% on that battery there. It's like this
No.
one bar.
That's 0.5.
That's 0.5%.
Yeah. You've ever been so far down when you reach up, you touching bottom?
Oh
that's
my
that's the reality.
Oh,
That's
good
reaching
Lord.
up and we touching bottom.
Wow.
That's how far
Wow.
down we there.
Remember, I think it was when Smith said that they were supported, had to save up. You are in such a state that you have to save up to be poor.
Oh. I know what it is to be so poor. You mix egg with water to stretch it. You know.
No, I never got that. I never got that. Who is stretching egg with water?
It's
I
so
don't know.
poor. Yeah.
It is just to what? To entice your mind because it's the same amount of calories.
Now they tell me that. It makes a lot of sense. No. Makes a lot of sense now. But folks, all the sectors are down, Judah. Leon Logan, Yvonne Ramasar, all the sectors are down, Patricia Sana.
Mm-hmm.
Them boys sugar down. Right?
Well, I do know that they believe in the concept of sugar down.
Yeah. When you hear it, fun, sugar down.
Sugar down, right?
Sugar down.
Hyped. All of the antics. I don't know what that's the best word I can use. Antics that comes with every single public appearance.
Them boys different. So sugar is down. Rice is down. You know, they can't even catch fish now. What happened to the fishing license with the farmers there and to farm to fish the Quarantine River? Pimp. The fishing is down.
After the big meeting with Santuki.
The big brouhaha. Well, the kind of Santuki to carry up now.
How do you do that? You know, Guyana. You know, the PV administration is just the greatest. Like, how do you actually have this meeting and then come out, all smiling, you have agreements and all of that, and then this is where we are. You know, the fishermen, the family is still struggling, and then now we have to talk about CARICOM, Sure, the people different.
Very much so.
They're different,
Very much so. Everything is down, good folks. Share it live. We're up today, up and running. Smash that emoji button, good folks. Partner with us as well. Everything down, sugar down, rice down.
With sugar down and all of that, Charity, the workers still are asking for increase in pay.
16%?
They said they want increase.
16%. 16%.
I want 50% increase in wages and salaries for public servants. The PP Act written 2016, and I think that now that they have the money, that they should give it now. That's my position on it. You can't tell the people, you can't say that it should be 50% increase and then you don't want to give it, you know? You have to live by what your principles are. You can't back down now. Come on. You have the money now. Give the people the
Correct.
increase.
Sparrow said, don't back back. Don't back back on me. Don't back back. Don't back down now.
Don't back
Yeah, but
back.
this is what we don't hear them talking about.
Mm.
Right? You don't hear them talking about rice and where rice then, how they're gonna bring back rice. They promise in the campaign to make rice great again, but no.
There's people looking at a lot of those lands and trying to allocate it
Yeah.
to other business ventures.
They promise to make sugar great again.
Mm.
Sugar contracted. They said they know what's fishing, this
Well,
is the lines.
they're right about now. They're trying to right size the sugar industry share. That's what they're trying to do.
They're
Right
gonna right
size.
size the government.
No, but the right sizing is something that they condemned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's what they're doing right.
Yeah.
Everything that they're doing right now is on the right side because they know that there's no better way. You see,
Because they're wicked.
a lot of times, and this is what I can say about it, a lot of times people like the sweet lies, you know. They want to hear the sweet lies. You know, a lot of times people don't want to face with the harsh reality of the decision that has to be made, especially at the level of governance. And when we were in office, you know, through 2015 to 2020, harsh decisions, you know, had to be made because they were rational decisions, and you had to do it from a point that you were projecting to be in a safe space in the future. And that's why the right sizing of the shipping industry was a big thing. You know, people came and they cost it down tremendously and all of that. And now they're back in office, you know, 55.9% the contraction in that sector there at the half year point. And we expect to see it go way worse as we come to the end of the year. But I can say that with everything that they said, you know, they're out there right sizing right now. That's what they're doing. The
Turk is
PVP
right.
different.
Very much so. And as folks, we underscore the point that you can hear them talk about everything else conceivable under the sun. But these issues, them boys ain't grappling with this. Them boys ain't touching this go with that. Shirley Crichton, they ain't touching this. Joy and Bailey Morgan, they ain't touching this. Wicked. Wicked. Bringing down the whole economy. Dutch disease in your backside. That's what happened here. The resource course, right there with doorstep. Phenomenal Finance Minister Vincent Jordan called this weeks ago. He said, this is Dutch disease. All the other sectors going down. The non-oil sectors going down. And it's just oil and gas got to be up here. Just oil and gas holding it together.
Yo, Leon is a miserable soul, boy. You know, I asked Leon to be a good energy for today. Leon can't make it, Sharon. Leon can't make it at all.
Struggling.
Leon,
The struggle is in life.
Leon can't make this, boy. Leon
The
can't
struggle is in life.
try to be positive today, boy.
Pastor who? Tim?
Leon, come on,
Yeah.
Leon. Leon, come on. Something got to be going right for you at home. Look for the one positive in all your negatives. Hold on to it with your life.
Hold on right there. Yeah.
So,
Rock and go in with them. So we're following that. And also, folks, you know what we're following today in addition to that? Over the weekend, we want to circle back to the fact that these gigabats and trench couples, a whole host of projects,
you can't say it like that. I expect my face to remain
whole host of
straight.
projects they're trying with. But we know them are big projects.
A mile of falls.
Go ahead, Rita. Pause. Go ahead.
No, no, when I think about it, like the first two that always come to my mind is the Mile Falls project and the other one that Ramatar was in charge of. You know, there with the fiber optic cable, that one, you know. The people don't understand what it's like. You know, you can't put persons that have absolutely no experience in dealing with things to actually handle and spearhead projects. It will collapse. It doesn't work like that, and that's a problem that the administration have. The problem
Yeah.
that they consistently keep falling into, the trap that they consistently keep falling into, is that they're putting persons without the relevant knowledge and skill set to actually execute on the projects that they want. The only skills that those people seem to have is the teeth in one.
And sad to say, that's not a good one. But you know, we've been tracking them on these projects. Oh, they say they're bringing New Harbor Bridge. They're bringing this. They want to do a oil refinery. My lord.
What did the feasibility study say about that?
Well, we gotta wait for the feasibility study to be completed.
But aren't they inviting proposals?
Oh yes, in this country, it's put the cat before the horse. You don't worry. Please put the cat before the horse.
Damn.
But a lot of things happening, and this propensity of these boys. I saw somebody said on social media. It used to be, we used to budget nationally in the millions. Now it's empires is billions, is billions. Everything is billions. Repair the Marlborough Bridge is billions. You
Wow.
understand me? The talking earphone is billions. You know, everything billions upon billions. It's quite frightening. And the point you want to make here is that they got no track record of being big projects people. Everything is big projects this, big projects that. Don't take our word for it. Don't take my word for it. Everything is big projects. I want to refer to what Alan Goldstein said about them and big projects. I mean, he wasn't speaking directly to them. He was just highlighting big projects that have failed in this country over time.
And
Incidentally,
he had no difficulty in looking, in finding
incidentally,
those.
it had to do with theirs. Their projects. He called their projects a failure. He called their projects a failure.
Anna Goldstrand has been keeping them accountable for quite some time,
Yeah, yeah, and I hope he goes on to keeping them accountable.
Quite a professional.
Yeah. That's a fantastic book out. I don't know if you read it.
I've been going through his book.
Uh-huh.
It's quite amazing. It's called Improving Public Accountability: The Guyana Experience, and he went through it from 1985 to 2007. And if you go into that, you understand a lot of things, particularly when it comes to public servants, wages and salary and those things. He went in quite detail about his experience dealing with these various decisions and how it passed through his office. Very interesting book.
Very much so. Very much so. Fascinating guy. And I want to share some of what he said on the issues of the big projects this country have engaged in. And what has been our fear, how we have fared with them. And it's frightening. Again, the one for them stadium at Palmyra Airport. They want to do at Crab Island. What they say? They want to do oil refinery. But their track record with these big projects, mega projects, leaves little to be desired. Very, very little to be desired. You couldn't trust them then, you can't trust them now. With big projects. That's just the nature of the thing. They could barely manage you having power for a little 3-4 hours without interruption. Barely manage. Right. Mayhem aside, Botheration was a good
concert. Who did I headline?
My Lord. These folks different in this place. Different in this place. Because Bobby Lewis, Romilly, and good to see you folks. We're coming down to those parts, Poland. We're coming down to them. Back and on. This Margaret Nelson, good to see you. It's Gwyneth's birthday.
Today's Gwyneth's birthday.
Margaret
Come on,
Nelson,
let's
listen, happy birthday to both of you. Who's this both of you?
let's confirm this. Gwyneth, you can't have a birthday and not tell me. Come on.
We object.
Yes, vehemently. We have
Caroline,
to give
good
clarity.
to see you. Gwyneth Anderson, Margaret Nelson, John McDonald. I say a lot of birthdays here, but nobody telling me nothing. Right? A lot of foolishness happening. But again, the track record. 10, Jarida. 10. The track record on this issue. And again, Alan Goldstein said that when you look back at the projects they've engaged in, again, he wasn't attacking them. I attacking the PPP for the failure in governance. Goldstein pointed out some of the projects that have been complete failures. Completely failed. Cherry Dragon International. The money they built Cherry Dragon International with because they built 30 airports. 30 world-class airports. A lot of people get rich off of Cheddar Jack International Airport. A lot of people build big house, buy big car. You think it was only people who sold the 1,000 ounces of gold? You think it was only them? A lot of people get rich off of that. Build hotels and mansions off of Cheddar Jack International Airport. The airport's still struggling along.
Mm. You still have to walk.
Still struggling along.
You still have to get your
Yeah.
umbrella and walk through the sun and
Since
all those things.
1992, they built this airport. Since 1992, they come in, they change the name. All right, no issue there. You want to rename the airport. Since then, they built it. Since 1992. Kulsiran said that's a completely failed project. They're still knocking nail the hammer there, you know. Still knocking nail with the hammer. He says a completely failed project. And then you get Skeldon Sugar Factory. You see, when these folks come to your community and they're talking nonsense about how they're the answer to this country, ask them, where am I Skeldon? It produced a program of sugar to profitability yet?
Wow. Whose project was that? Whose bright idea
This
was
is
that?
Jack Dio's pet project.
You sure?
He like mega project. Yes.
Master got the honorary doctorate.
Right. Mega ball head, mega projects. Skeldon Sugar Factory. Bushran said it completely failed. And he tells us why. One laptop per family. How many of us got laptops? One laptop per family. How are they going for it?
Somebody got a big check, Sheridan.
How are they going for us?
That's how
I
it
can
went.
imagine. The man, you buy the laptop from a nice time. But he's still on a beach somewhere, getting a tan, sipping from your own money. We still got those computers. Who still got a working, functioning laptop? You said the big stick in it. One laptop per family.
You know, Uncle Saran, as we refer to his book, I want to quote something that he actually
You better
said
quote something.
when he was speaking. He had an entire chapter dedicated to corruption. And most interestingly, and I have to say, like, one of the things he said is like he was speaking about the correlation between corruption and poverty, and then he went on to speak about the correlation between corruption and democracies. And he says democracy facilitates accountability, which in turn facilitates development. A lack of democracy almost inevitably leads to a lack of accountability, which in turn impact negatively on development, right? And then he said, according to the former U.S. The former UN Secretary General, that's Kofi Annan, who said, "Where there is accountability, we will progress. Where there is none, we will underperform." And this is something that we need to understand. We always try to make the link for you guys when it comes specifically. I make the link when it comes to crime and all of those things, and particularly the correlation between crime and poverty. A lot of persons get upset when I even talk about this. A lot of persons that are not educated on the matter tend to get upset and they try to see it as you're trying to make an excuse of it. But there are certain facts that you have to look at, and that when we're talking about progress, we need to do it in such a way that persons are fully aware of what impacts what and how is it that we move forward. And I know that there Anna Gulsaran here, he did speak about the correlation also between corruption and poverty. And that is why it's so easy, shared when you're in a country that everything is a pass, a bribe, that level of corruption there. It's simply because there's a necessity that people see to actually make an extra dollar at the side. You know, People see it as though that's their way of actually surviving when the month is done and all of that. It's a whole system. I tell people all the time that corruption in our country is institutionalized, and we're talking today, with dollars and cents. Follow the money, and if you follow the money, you will have a great understanding as to who are the persons involved, and who is actually benefiting from all of the corruption that goes on. You learn you can categorize the levels of corruption as the same way in which you categorize like blue collar crime as opposed to white collar crime and all of those things, and you will see the vast difference in the way in which these moving parts operate. It's a very, very serious situation that we definitely need to put a lot of emphasis and focus on to. Planning needs to be done at the point that we don't we don't plan without integrating all of the various factors.
Yeah, yeah. And that is why we are asking, when you see certain things now, where the money going? Because all you're
Yeah.
hearing about is billions and billions being spent. But where is the money going? Are we better off for it? Are we better off? And just recently, Teresa, you know this better than I do. The IMF has been warning them about pumping all this economy, this money in the economy, because it has some negative effects as well. And with the money that is already in circulation, how come we're better off? How come we pockets are not better off? And I know you got hardcore supporters of the PPP who feel the exact same way. Right? What you see is a lot of flashing smoke and mirrors and flashing lights and so on. But when you drill down, are we better off than we were 2 years before? That is the question. Are we better off? The answer to it, we're not. So we talk about the one laptop per family, complete failure. And
Mm-hmm.
then you got the fiber optic cable.
Mm.
Huh? Alexi Ramatar, your name calling. The fiber optic cable, how to work out for we? How would
Mm.
it work out for we? And here is how Kulturan said these projects were a complete failure. They achieved nothing but saddled the country with debt. Don't take the word for it. Sabak News, April 19th, 2022. Gulcharan said these projects fail completely to deliver in terms of their objectives, outputs, outcomes, and impacts, thereby encumbering Guyana with billions in debt. Billions fail completely. A little bit, not ganchi bit, fail completely.
Mm.
Right? They put the K in completely.
Completely.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, it's
Let
the
me just hurry to
PVP. They
note.
can
I
do that.
understand completely don't spell with a K. I like to see some of y'all wasting the energy to actually type that. So just backspace, backspace, backspace. They put the K in completely.
Oh goodness.
That's what Gultran said. The projects fail completely. And all you want to build stadium and all you want to build airport. But they're still trying to finish up Cherry Jackal International. They want to go,
A few more billionaires in the making.
oh my God. My Lord. They want to build oil refinery.
Mm.
Every right thinking person said, we already got Trinidad. We are going with this thing. Oil refinery. We
Well,
are
I
going with
still
that.
want to. I still. I my big thing is with the refineries. So we definitely need to have those studies put forward. You know, it's something that we need to premise our decisions on. We can't just move forward in a way in which that the way which they're going because they like to go in there have discussions about things that we were talking about prior and all of that. And but then they want to go on a tangent in which they politicize the project, and that's where they fail because you have to look at it from a strategic point. You have to be, it has to make sense, and they don't go down a road. They look at the political implication state, whether or not it's going to gain them some political points and maybe keep them in office a little bit more. That's how they rationalize their projects, and because of that, it doesn't work. That's why they got institutions of persons with the relevant knowledge and know-how of how to operate, and then they put persons in place that is just going to be yes, yes, sir, no, sir, jump how high. You know, those are the type of characters that they like to do business with. And that's the problem that we're having all the time.
It's a kind of wickedness. Again, Kulturan wasn't trying to hit them, as far as I know. But Kulturan was making the simple point that mega projects in this country got a sordid tail, very sordid. But when you look at it, all the major projects that fail was under them bites. All of them that fail
Mm-hmm.
was under them bites. Right? And you can take that to the bank and bank it. You
At
can
least,
take that to the bank.
at least you have something to take to the bank, right?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Lot of failing projects. He said they failed completely to deliver in terms of their objectives, output, outcomes, impacts. encumbering us with a lot of debt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go forward with that. Go forward with that foolishness. Don't breaks up and take heed. Go forward with that. We got follow the money, dollars and cents. Dollars and cents. Again, this pumping and pumping and pumping, and they like pumping a lot of money in the economy. The IMF just told them, be careful with that. Be careful with that. You could overheat the economy. And you don't know inflation there. You don't know the prices there. You want to see the Guyana of that era. Then why is it there? Then when you see the other dimension to it is when you see where they're putting the projects.
Politically sensitive areas.
Oh, that's why you put politically sensitive. It's like how when
That's
you
a
all boy
diplomatic
Edgel,
way of saying it,
the
Sherry.
bishop, the good bishop, he said for sure you all what the roads doing.
You get confusion.
Confusion. Destabilize social cohesion. Confusion.
How did he say that? Like, how do you even get to the point of saying that? It's like they just don't care about what person's perceptions are anymore. That's a very serious thing. You know that when you tell people where these roads going in, got social, confusion, unrest, whatever it is.
You're wicked. That is the trouble you're having. You're wicked. So the latest fad again, folks, so you are now joining us, is all these big projects. Oh, we want to do this, is building the Harbour Bridge, Twitter.
I just want to raise public salary. I just let me start with the small things. Please start with the small projects.
1 point something.
That's $1 billion for the repair.
For repairing the bridge.
Yep.
You tell me them old scrap iron. They used to fix back the bridge. And I ain't talking about one edge as a old scrap iron. I committee just now. I ain't talking about ropes and bend as a old scrap iron. Right?
I haven't heard ropes and bend in a while.
I ain't talking about Johampton as a whole piece of scrap iron.
No, I don't
For them to think they knock, is $1 billion? That's who they buy from, man. The buyers? Who they buying from? $1 billion plus. Hey, when I hear this thing, I feel like I read it wrong. It's a new bridge you put it in there. It's a new bridge. My Lord.
Yeah, but we have to see what the actual. I don't know if I missed it, Sharon. I hope not. But did they actually say what the report? Did we actually have a copy of the report as scrutinized by the media, the independent media that is. Let me just say that. And we still got a few, We still got a few.
Yeah.
Travis and so.
But this is where we are, folks, and we gotta stay out here vigilant. Ain't no time for slacking up. Ain't no time for losing, to be sleeping away, right? Ain't no time to be weary. You gotta be out here in the front. That's what we say. When they come to you, you gotta challenge them on these issues. Don't let them come wrong, y'all, funny like y'all don't know about nothing. When you see them on social media and they got a little live and so on, go on and ask them the questions. All they talking about this, but you don't finish up on what is name project yet. You don't finish up on one laptop per family. What happened to that? You don't finish up on this one and that one and so forth. Right? And lots of it is just bad management.
Yeah.
It's just bad management. Some of these guys never run a car in the shop. You got them spending billions of dollars. What do you think happened? When I done thieving up everything. What do you think happened?
These people probably think that the more they do that, the better they're performing. They measure themselves by different yardsticks.
Sad to say. It's just amazing what's happening here, man. Just amazing what's happening here. Everything, billion. But as you rightly say, come to be public servants.
I'd start with small things,
Come to be public servants.
Public servant salary.
And those unions who represent your public servants. My. You see, instead of they're focusing on how they can better the lives of the public servants, some of these unions, it's Chevabende want to fight. Folks, we got some jacobas and trench crappers in the ranks, You You know, because we going through this is, yes. We got some jagabats and trench coppers right in the ranks. Don't think I don't see them. People come to you community, you gun, you cheering, big hand, holding and smiling. Huh? Me how much money to pay me. I couldn't do that. I ain't got the stomach for it. I ain't got the stomach. I know if it's got some old age. I got to coat my stomach with something to fortify it. Then deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got the stomach to deal with some of them. Right? But as a segue from that, folks, as we discuss them and these projects, where they are putting them, right? We can talk also about who is getting them. You know, the Americans wrote to them. They said inclusivity in how this natural patrimony and our resources are spent, are given out, doled out. Inclusivity, right? For inclusivity for some people mean, oh, you see, when they go into primary school, I had a black friend. I had a black friend. Inclusivity. You can talk inclusivity and then all you got apology on the firing block, trying to kill and bury it, and then you want to come and shake hands and say, oh, I love everybody.
I think that was a very defining action when it comes to the PvP and how they interpret inclusion.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell people it's one thing for them to walk around and speak the good words in order to be here for everybody and that, but the
Yeah.
actions, it just shouts at you so loudly, and it's absolutely crazy. You cannot at any point in time not understand the gravity of the situation, particularly when it comes to money and where the money is directed, where the money is spent. And now this discussion with the Prodigy is like, who exactly are they restricting the flow of money to? That is a big question, you know. And it goes back to the, I think it was Joe Biden's quote that says, if you want to uh, I can't remember the exact words, but basically the concept that he was making was that, show me where you spend your money and I'll tell you what
What's
you
important to you?
value, right? Show me where you spend your money and I'll tell you what you value. And then in the same breath, you can interpret that to be, show me where you don't spend money, I'll tell you what you don't value, because that's basically what it says. That's basically what it means.
It's very surprising. And perhaps it is not. Where we are. And who gets what. Very surprising. You know, Freddie Kissoon wrote an interesting paper. That's in the day when Freddie elevator was reaching the top floor. A very interesting academic paper. Jordan, Freddie don't write like that no more.
Man, come on. I don't even know if Freddie remembers that he wrote those things.
Freddie don't write like that no more. Right? And the title of the paper was Ideological Racism. Right? I'm trying to remember it for ethnic power. It has come back to me. Ethnic power and ideological racism,
Wow.
comparing presidencies in Guyana.
Mm.
And Freddie was trying to show
When did you write that?
this is 2010.
Okay.
We're picking up on the discussion about who is getting what.
Yeah.
These big projects, who is getting what? And he outlines in this paper here who got what under the PPP. You see some of them with money. Oh, you think they're born with it? You think they just get it like that? Huh? Just like that? Well, let me give you a sense of what Freddie told us about how some lands were divvied up when Gaisuko was divested and lots of other state companies, right? On page 21 of this academic paper, Freddie says, and I'm quoting here, the divestment of state assets is done through the board of the privatization unit. Under the PPP, this board has never had more than one African Guyanese, right? Out of a membership of 7, it has never had more than one African Guyanese.
Freddie
Right?
wrote that?
Freddie wrote that.
Okay.
He said he wants to show you who got what when they came in and state companies were divested and state property was divested. He wants to show you who got what. Guyana Stores went to Tony Yassin, right? GPC, we call it new GPC now, went to one Dr. Rambaran. Textile Mills went to Dr. Rambaran as well. You know who got that now? Yeah. Bobby Ramsuru. Textile Mill and GPC. Listen to this. Lenora Sugar Estate. Lenora Sugar Estate closed down to the PPP. Listen to who the lands there went to. Listen to who the lands there went to. Edaman, Irfan Ali.
Who is that?
Where's Irfan Mansion?
I don't know about
Irfan Ali, Surendra Prasad. Right? Went to them. Right? That's just some of the names they're calling, you know. Just a couple. Right? How state land and assets were divested to private individuals. That's from Freddie's paper. I'm quoting there. And then Freddie makes some comments. You might find it startling. Right? One of the features he talked about, this unmistakable features of today's public sector, he says, is the proliferation of young Indians. This is Freddie Kissoon writing, 2010.
you quoting?
I'm quoting.
Okay.
Quote unquote, one of the unmistakable features in today's public sector is the proliferation of young Indians in strong positions of authority and who are related either by blood or politics to the ruling party. These people are normally paid from international contracts. Some to note would include Lisa Ramatar, daughter of Donald Ramatar, right? She was heading the Justice Improvement Project at the High Court without any official training in law. Alexi Ramatar, remember Field Project? Remember the fiber optic cable? Alexi Ramatar, he was working in the office of the president. Right? Hear this name again. Irfan Ali, before he became minister, was in charge of the CDB projects of the Ministry of Finance. This is the Caribbean Development Bank projects at the Ministry of Finance. Ms. Ali has purchased huge chunks of divested Lenora estate. Right? Mr. Ali has purchased huge chunks of the divested Lenora estate. And this paper goes on. And on and on and on. Listen to this. Harry Nocta, former minister in the PPP. His son, Sham Nocta, is a chief consultant on climate change in the office of the president.
Wow.
Mr. Sham Nocta has now become the youngest successful landowner with vast titles in Essequibo. Right? You see that? Do you listen to this? Charles Ramson, this is Freddie's paper. Right? Minister. His son is legal advisor at the office of the president. Charles Ramsey is now Commissioner of Information,
Oh,
senior.
the same person.
Merlin Udo, this is Frank. This is Freddie Kisun. Merlin Udo, ambassador to Suriname. Her son Rene is at the Ministry of Finance. All of this is in Freddie's paper, showing you how these boys operate. The point I would like to make here: if you follow the framework of Freddie's thinking, and you put it down, and you match names and who they belong to, you will see it's a similar juxtaposition. It's a similar juxtaposition. When you look and see who gets what, look at them big contracts. When you see contracts being given out, look at the faces. And let me talk about one Guyana. Right? And inclusivity, that's the point I want to make. Let me talk about one Guyana and inclusivity. Right? And equity. And all of those lofty ideas that we only got in preaching, but in practice, we tin. We tin. But in practice, right? And when you look at those projects, do you even bring in Amila Falls?
Yeah, that's what I realized that we're missing now.
Right? You remember Amila Falls went to FIP Motilal? FIP Motilal never construct a road in his life. Never managed a big project in life. As a matter of fact, when they pursued the company claimed to represent was a vacant lot.
Only recently, Marla Falls, it's still a hot topic.
Yeah.
It's still very much there.
Who gets what? And in the final minutes of our podcast, we can circle back to that issue at the Triumph Bedford-Wackley NDC.
The corruption there.
But that land, we can circle back to that.
The plot to
right.
completely
Then you see
rob
some people.
Poor people.
You see some people. You say, we rich, right? We own 500 acres of land. How you get it?
Yeah.
On the backs of poor people in this country. On the backs of poor people. We got money, right? And you flaunt it. How you get it? 30 years old. Come in Minister of Housing. He done got a big mansion, swimming pool and all that. Oh, he save up.
You remember
right?
the phone card vendor?
16 billion in your account, cell phone card. 16 billion. Cell phone card. Right? I know it's uncomfortable for some people to listen to this, but the truth, it hurts.
Leon, where's Leon? Leon,
right?
Come on, Leon.
Well, I used to buy phone cards for this. Yeah, if you get 16 billion.
Probably, I don't know.
The truth hurts, but it's the reality. Some of you all are on the other side of the fence, where you have a right to be. You might be misguided, misconstrued, and all that, but you have a right to that. And you listen to us, and you can abuse out Lacho, Leon, Paul, some of the other folks. We welcome you. Political opponents, we welcome you in the ring, below the belt, and all of that. And I know you're going to want to cuss us out, but ask yourself something. Are they right? Ask yourself something. Are they right? Are they wrong? Is what they're saying factual?
Right? I think
if y'all send us an email, I send you Freddie Kisun paper. SherDuncan@gmail.com. I'll send the paper to you, and you go through it. And you can see if you can find anything that was incorrectly stated or quoted.
This is for everybody, right?
Let me show how these folks are. I know some of you too young to understand the PPP playbook. The person who heads the Integrity Commission, was it the Integrity? Or was it both of them, Integrity and Ethnic Relations Commission? Should be an independent person and somebody who got a little moral standing. You won't put a Kwame Makaide.
You wouldn't put a Kwame Makaide.
You must got a little moral standing.
You wouldn't put a Kwame Makaide here.
Right? You must got a little moral rectitude. You remember time how Wanajil burst on the scene? Wanajil was the Ethnic Relations Commission chairman.
Okay.
And from Ethnic Relations chairman, Ajil went full into the PPP.
Mm.
In what time? Doing the independent business of the Ethnic Relations Commission.
You decide you're political.
You decide you're political. As a matter of fact, people had qualms with Ejel because matters that went to the Ethnic Relations Commission that were clearly in violation of laws and policies, he turned a blind eye to. There were many such matters reached for the paper and then come and abuse me out. You see, Freddie changed now, right? Freddie has been transfigured. Freddie has had an ontological shift. I might put it down to age. You know, when you go in get a certain age, everything don't operate as it should. Sometimes elevator don't meet the top floor, you begin a little forgetful, you get a little old, you get a little slow. I understand that. You gotta make allowances with. He's a different Freddie now. That's the point you're trying to make. Don't look for the Freddie in this magnum opus he wrote here on. Let me refer back to the title of it. This was his magnum opus. Nothing better coming after this here. This was his magnum opus. Nothing better will come after this. Right? Ethnic power and ideological racism. I will send it to you. SherrodDuncan@gmail.com. Sherrod, SHEROD, Duncan, DUNCAN. One word for my email. SherrodDuncan@gmail. Plain and simple. I can send it to you. Drop me email and I can send it to you. Drop me email, talk about, send it to me. I can send it to you. Right? He was there. At one point, he said, well, you know what? This thing here working out as Ethnic Relations Commission chairman. Right? I can do something else. I can go full. Do not sing. Some of you are too young to understand this political history. But let me remind you something. All these people is work. Right? They're carving you out from the inside, you know. Right? They're carving you out from the inside. One didn't even know he can sell yet. He didn't even know they went Guadeloupe for he. Many shall say, Lord, Lord. But the Father on that great and terrible day of judgment shall say unto them, depart from me, I knew you not, workers of iniquity.
Preach, Brother Sherrod.
Amen, my sister. Now, do not sing. Rebel wrote a song about do not. You see, when you go down in infamy, people write a song about you.
Well, you say it best. You say what they immortalize you in song.
When they immortalize you in song, you know you're big.
You did something, right? When they have immortalized you in song, you did something really big, and that's shared saying coming back to you. But you know, he's absolutely correct. You know, we have been through quite a lot, and I think that Guyanese is the greatest. I see Marlon Lorma is sending the email in the comment section. I see a few folks sending it. Send the email. We'll just respond to it. You know, SherrodDuncan@gmail.com. Just SHERODDUNCAN@gmail.com. And he's going to send you that paper because it's absolutely necessary. Don't worry. Don't be shy, Leon. You can send the email too. You'll get the paper too. It's absolutely important that you have that. I see Rami is saying, Leon Gorbadan send you email. Yeah, just send it. And we will send you that paper because sometimes I want to know if people think we're making this thing up, you know. Sometimes I really question whether or not you think that we're making this up. You have to read. This is something that came from Freddie Kizune in 2010. He was at his prime there, doing the work, doing the research all together, making sure that he dot his I's and cross his T's and all of those things. And now you would want to know if it's the same man with the statements that he makes now. You'd want to know if it's the same individual. So it's like you have to read it. that paper that he had out there, like Sherry was just giving you the headline for that, ethnic power and ideological racism, comparing presidencies in Guyana. There by Freddie Kisu at the University of Guyana. It's a paper presented to the annual conference, Guyana Historical and Research Institute, National Library, Georgetown, Guyana, June 2010. We are making this up, people. We're not making it up. You have to understand
It
the
is
depth
safe.
and length. It's the same PPP, it's the same PPP. They have not changed. I know the part about reading this, for me, when I went through this paper, I can tell you, like, what was astonishing to me is the fact that they have not deviated from the principles that they held true to back then. That was very astonishing
Because
to
I
me.
don't know any PPP person in these people will be converted instantly.
Shared is of the opinion there that any PVP person that reads this paper written by Freddie Kiss will be converted immediately. But you see, I've had my trials when it comes to dealing with the PVP and their supporters. Particularly, and these are not the rational thinking ones. These are the ones that support them no matter what. They can wake up in the morning and just got to drink sugar water, as we call it, and they still got them no matter what. But guys, once you have a good head on your shoulder, once you are somebody that thinks for yourself and you read a paper, you can't go back to thinking the way in which you did before. That's what I can say. Go ahead and send your email. Guys, let me tell you, we're very serious about this. Send an email. Just compose an email there to sharoduncan@gmail.com. That's SHEROD.
Or you can send it to us on WhatsApp. You can send
Or
it
you
on,
can send your email on
or
WhatsApp.
you can
That's an
send it to
option too.
WhatsApp. Is it WhatsApp? Send the paper. I mean, send it on WhatsApp.
Yep. Send You can send a WhatsApp instead of email. Just say send the paper. Just send a WhatsApp to 627-6963 and say send the paper, and we're going to link that paper for you because it's super easy to send. I think this paper is a paper that everyone needs to read. I think the details of the paper and the evidence, the raw data that is put forward, it can be disputed. He's not saying in the paper that it can be assumed this and it can be assumed that. He's saying that these are the facts that are laid out
Ethnic
before
power
you.
and culture.
Right? These are the facts these are the people that were removed. These are the people that were hired. These are the people that is being sent as representatives. He is basically laying it out. So
This is
it
how
is
we
not
receive the money.
ifs or buts.
This is how we receive.
Yep. I think Camille Cox is saying, send me that paper. I'm seeing the WhatsApp starting to light up there with folks sending their email and so forth. We might very well send it right there to your WhatsApp.
Yeah, this WhatsApp for six two
So
seven six nine.
I am going to be making sure that we are getting that paper to each and every one of you. This is a paper that you need to be reading. You know, if I had resources, I'd pay for a special print in the newspaper
Yeah,
and
page by
insert.
page. But Rita, let me close with this as we wrapping up. Because I was talking about Dude Not Singh. 1997 election
Hmm.
is the election where Janet Jagan, the dual citizen, if she was ever Guyanese, I don't know that, but dual citizen contested. In that election, the chairman of GCOM was Dude Not Singh, a lawyer by training. Dude Not Singh. Now, that election is historic for a lot of reasons. That was the election in which Desiree Bernard, or was it Colette LeBennett? Desiree Bernard, I think it was, who had issued an injunction to halt the swearing in of Janet Jagan. When Dudnath Singh got the injunction, he gave it to Janet Jagan, who was sitting next to him, and she fling it over her shoulder. You remember that? Forgive the extra noises you're hearing in the studio, guys. Dudnath said it was good. He leaned over to Janet Jagan and he said to her, that was good. That's what he did. But before getting there, ballots from that election were still being counted, believe it or not. When Dudnath Singh unilaterally, without informing the GCOM commissioners, while ballots were still being counted, without informing the GCOM commissioners, unilaterally declared Janet Jackson president, and hence the swearing in and the need to injunct the swearing in. But the larger point I want to make, just like Juan Edgel and the Integrity and the Ethnic Relations Commission, Dude Not Singh would later go on
Mhm.
to be the PPP's Attorney General.
Dude, not
So
that come,
Claudette still got room, you know.
dude, not that came from a position that should have no ounce of
Ah, that's the
politics in
point I
it.
want to make,
Cheryl, do
right?
not.
That is the point I want to make. Do Not Singh
Wow.
from GCOM chairman. Do Not Singh went on to serve as Attorney General in the PPP government.
Wild West.
Right? So a lot of people is gonna bring bags in different ways. A lot of people is gonna bring paper bag in different ways. A lot of people said buy out in different ways.
So I can interpret that to be saying that whilst he was serving there at GCOM, his
Oh,
actions may not have been, you know,
oh,
unbiased. Is that what you're saying?
oh. That is what you have inferred
It has been inferred.
from what I've said.
Yes.
That being said,
That
folks,
can be a logical conclusion.
that being said, folks, we have another program that is coming up on our page, and that is a press conference out of the this team vying for the leadership of the GPSC, the
Oh
Ghana
yeah,
Public Service Cooperative Credit Union,
that's super important.
and we want to give you guys some time for that. So we're gonna leave this here today, but you all know every day we're on, so we're gonna circle back. We want to commend that program coming up on our page, and that is a press conference out of the Ghana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union. And this team is being led by the one and only Trevor Ben. And so we're going to decrease here, folks. We're going to see you guys right back here tomorrow. You don't know political story in this country. You don't know story in this country. But we're going to keep you guys with valid and credible information, as always. Thanks for joining us, folks. Julia has the last words.
Guys, go look at our program. You know, I have to say that we continue to follow the money. We continue to bring the facts to you. All the folks that actually sent in that WhatsApp or sent an email, we'll be getting right back to you with that document. And go look at this press conference there from GPSU.